waiver requested for SES funds to be waived. And I want to know the answer to that. Also, may we see the letter of approval that has been alleged to have been done by the New Jersey Department of Education for this waiver. The next question, how much of the SES and school choice set-aside funds was requested to be waived? And may we see a copy of the letter of approval? And lastly, who wrote the letter requesting the waiver, and what was the date of the letter?
I'm not exactly sure that your statement about why did we indicate that each child is accurate. The individual who's responsible for it, I can get back to you about that. I'm not sure that that's an accurate statement, that the children weren't notified. I can get back to you. As far as the other questions, the very specific questions, I'm going to turn that over to our business administrator who knows all the specifics with regard to the waiver and the percentages. Mr. Finger.
What was your second question? The waiver. No, I understand. I just want to go.
The second question was, why was a waiver requested for SES funds to be waived in the first place?
There was no waiver requested for SES funds in regular Title I. The waiver was requested in the ARA, the stimulus funds. Okay. The state of New Jersey actually recommended to most districts receiving stimulus money to request two waivers, one for carryover and one for the use of SES school choice funds. Most school districts, including Lakewood up until this year, had never utilized all of their SES funding. Because we made such an effort this year with SES provider fairs and getting the word out to schools and getting the principals to get involved with the kids and pushing SES, we actually ended up spending our entire allotment of SES funds under regular Title I. We are not spending SES funding under ARA money that we did get a waiver for. It was applied for, I believe, in December. It was approved, I believe, in February. And that money is going to be utilized for other programs and probably for carryover for next year so that we have stimulus money available. Because it's a 2-year amount, so we'll have it available in the second year. What was your other question? So I can go through it.
What are the SES kids supposed to do now? Just be told all of a sudden that they're dropped and they cannot.
That's an educational. I wouldn't answer the budget questions. That's an educational question. Well, no, you can continue with the budget questions so we can get those out of the way.
The other question was how much of the SES and school choice set aside was requested through the waiver?
Under the ARA funds, it's approximately $1.2 million. Understand the district does not have school choice because we have 6 failing schools, so there is no school choice. The 20%, which is normally 10% for SES and 10% for school choice, is all rolled into strictly into SES since we can't offer school choice. Okay. So it's approximately $1.2 million that's been requested and approved as a waiver under the ARA stimulus money.
And the other question was maybe see a copy of the letter that was written.
Well, you can file an OPA. Anything you need a copy, you could come in tomorrow and file an OPA request, and we'll be glad to get that for you.
In terms of the concept of SES is to augment, to supplement the instruction that's taking place in the classroom. It's tutoring. It was never meant to be year-long. If it was, there would have been much more money allocated to each child. There's a set amount of money. So it would never have brought you to the entire year.
But my student just started about 4 months ago. I mean, 4 weeks ago. So why would they approve 4 weeks ago and no money?
What I would like to share is really simple. I hear the community loud and clear. Bottom line is that however these funds were allocated, they were administered inappropriately. Someone did a bad job, and they need to go ahead and say that someone did a bad job. We're not perfect. Administrators are not perfect. What I always say when I'm up here is people can deal with people saying saying that someone did something, because then that means that they're going to look into it and do it right the next time. But if we continue to sit up here and act like we don't know what's going wrong and that nothing went wrong, then it's unjust. So I'm here to tell you that I agree with you. If a kid just started 4 weeks ago, there's no way in the world that he expended his allotment of money. So then apparently something has gone awry. And we have a responsibility to our community to own up to it. And as the young lady said before, what plan will we put in place so this does not happen again? When we do that, then we can expect the community to trust us.
And what explanation are we going to give the parents and the students now?
And we need to give them a well thought out, correct answer that has a plan in place to address the issues of A, how did this happen? How did people that were supposed to get their services not get them? B, those who got them maybe longer than they should. And C, we're going to have SES money again next year. Exactly what plan will be in place so this doesn't happen again. I think that one of the things that the community knows that nobody's perfect, but when they ask us things that obviously went wrong, somebody's got to say that something went wrong. Couldn't have went right. That's not why we're here. Somebody is obviously telling us. This gentleman said 4 weeks ago, my math tells me there's no